guess I'm live. I don't know. I guess I am. Let's talk about it, man. KC Jones here, Khalil for LNL Sports. We're covering combat sports. Today we're going to be talking about boxing. Last night, I got a chance to watch the press conference. The subject matter today would be David Benevidez and David Morrell. One thing I really like about what I'm doing right now here in the community of combat is listening to all the fake narratives that pop up in between fights. You know, as I'm journeying through this thing, I'm the new kid on the block as far as boxing channels. I don't really consider myself that. I'm just a guy who really loves boxing, man. I relate a lot to Teddy Atlas. He's a little wacky, man, but his knowledge is undeniable. I find it really amazing, man, that people say and think some of the things that they do in between these fights. Now, like I was saying, my journey through this, man, has been very interesting. One thing I love, I said, is listening to those narratives. And one of the narratives that really cracked me up is that David Benevidez was scared of David Morrell and was ducking Morrell. Like when fans don't like a certain fighter, they actually create their own narrative to support their dislike of that fighter. Now, I understand, man, some people ain't going to like David Benevidez. That's cool. But why would you create a fake narrative to support your belief? Because we don't know. I mean, I know. I don't know about you. I don't know about the rest of you guys out there. But let's talk about David Benavidez for a minute. I don't know how he got on my radar, but once he got on my radar, I was in for life. It was like, I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but it was just the way that the guy fights, and there's something even more than that. It's his mindset and the way that he speaks, how clear and concise his thoughts are, right? But before all of that, before I even knew what David even sounded like, watching his fighting style, I was 100% fan right away. Now, after watching him for 3 or 4 or 5 fights, it was clear to me that this guy's going to clean up the division because of his relentless style. I think David Benavidez masters pressure. He understands the pressure game better than anybody. That's why he gets so many people out of there. He stops them because he just pressures them the whole time, the whole fight. Imagine that from the start, from the time the bell rings. I want to say this, man, about David Benavidez. David Benavidez, man, was the fat kid who nobody thought was going to be nothing. And when I heard that story, when I seen pictures of him as the fat kid, I get it. And I don't know if people really understand the significance of his championship, his legacy, man. But to all the little fat kids out there right now, take a look at David Benavidez and see what you could be. Man, that's a powerful message that he's just sending just by being in the space of boxing. Yeah, David, man, is way up there on my list, man. And I've got a list of fighters, man. I'm gonna start posting those lists. But I just wanted to jump on here, man, for my pickers out there, there's gonna be some hype surrounding David Morrell, but I am just glad that David Benavidez took this fight so we could hush up the people that get behind these fake narratives. Oh, he's afraid of this guy and that guy. If he's afraid of anybody, why is he trying to fight the top guy? That's how come I'm saying, man, y'all don't really think things through. Yeah, I do. I belong here, don't I? With my line of thinking, because I never understood it. There, David Morrell, and he's scared of David Morrell. That's why he ducking David Morrell. The whole ducking the whole ducking narrative is just bizarre to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. These guys, man, they decide to get in the ring and fight against another guy, possibly getting brain damage as a career, and we're saying that they're ducking people? Come on, man. I also want to say this, so I'm in this, man. This doesn't have to be that long. I just wanted to jump on here and put my pick in. For those pickers out there, y'all got did y'all get y'all money? Because don't believe the hype, man. David Benevidez is real. Now, if you go back on my timeline, on whatever, I come from Facebook, guys, you know, but I'm here now. I'm here. It's too late. I'm here. And if you go back, man, you'll see on my timeline, you'll see that I called this fight a real long time ago when I first started hearing when they first created the fake narrative that the monster was ducking David Morrell. So here's the other thing that I love about David, man. Did I tell y'all I loved his mind? The way he thinks and the way he speaks, how clear his thoughts are? At the press conference, man, he told David Morrell that he was going to bust him dead. He was going to break his mouth. And I love that, man. Like, I think, first of all, that there's too much respect between boxers. There should be a little bit edge. There should be a little bit of animosity going on in between these fighters. All this respect coming into the fight. Oh, I respect this, I respect that. No, I want to hear how you going to beat this guy. I don't want to hear how much you respect him. And it's good that, you know, I'm not talking about good sportsmanship. All that comes after the fight. But before the fight, man, we need that hype and that build-up. But I don't think David was playing. And this is why I'm saying this. David is a lot like me, and I didn't know that until after his last fight. David did a video and said what he wanted to do, that he wrote it down on paper and that he manifested. See, me and David are both into manifestation, saying what we want to do and then doing it and watching it manifest. Here, let me run the video.
In 5 rounds or less, I will come out victorious. This will be my best performance on my career up to date, and I will reach legendary status, solidify myself as the best in the world.
Amazing. How did you know?
So I mean, I knew I could do it. You know, you have to give yourself positive self-talk. You have to affirmations, and you know what people don't know is you really speak your destiny. Speak your destiny. You know, make it into your reality. And I wrote that down today, and then I stopped him in the basically 5th round because he didn't come on the 6th round. So I think that was really cool.
All right, man. Let me just say this right here, man. There's talk of Dana White entering into the arena of boxing. And from the sounds of it, he's got his heart set on it. So let me just say this about that. I know that boxing is under fire and under criticism for whatever reason. I see it differently. I really enjoyed the sport of boxing last weekend, or was it the week before? But anyway, man, here's the deal. Boxing is the only American company or corporation or organization that has bought in trillions of dollars and has no money. Now, y'all know why that is, right? I don't know boxing good enough to talk about the in-depth. I know that there's too many hands in the pot. Now, a man like Dana White, his best skill is matchmaking, believe it or not. Besides running that company and everything, the main thing that they do is put the fighters together that the crowds want to see. That's why they're number one, right? If Dana enters the arena of boxing, the first thing he's gonna do is get the fighters that need to fight each other to fight. He's gonna model boxing. He wants to restructure the whole thing from the ground up. And I see this as a good thing, because the reason that we're not seeing the fights that we should be seeing on a weekly basis with these guys, because most of the guys that we're talking about, I'm just going to name a few: Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, all of those guys in the top 5 and all of those weight classes, they should be having trilogies. And we're being cheated of that because of the politics of boxing. So they can get away with not fighting each other because there's so much taking and grabbing, and I believe, in my opinion, right? So we have to wait sometime a year before we can get that really good matchup, like Bivol Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? Like Spence Crawford. Yeah, man. I look forward to seeing something like that, man. I hope Dana, Uncle Dana, please, man, come on over to boxing, man, and do your thing, man, because we're being cheated of the best matches that we could be seeing. We've got some phenomenal fighters across all weight classes, and we're not even seeing them fight each other. All right, man. So pretty much, man, that's all I got, man. It's just a little quick one, man. For my bettors out there, my pickers, David Beers is a sure shot to win that. Maybe I'll come on and do the card. I did look at the card last night. Hold on, let me see. But anyway, yeah, let me study that card a little bit, man. Maybe I can come up with some better picks. But I'm dealing with the top 5 right now, man. Uh, across weight classes in both UFC and boxing. So I don't go far down on the list of boxers or fighters at this point. So before I say too much, man, let me get on out of here. My name is Khalil, man. You're listening to L&L Sports Commentary, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace out.